Hey you fundraisers, Nick here. I'm new to the team. I've been with you guys about a week. I'm from Australia in case you didn't kind of pick it up already. I've been in Britain almost 3 years. And I've got a massive passion for the canals. So you have to ask me that story though when you see me on the towpath. Today I actually just wanted to talk to you about coping with the weather. We don't have extreme weather like this in Australia. It's very hot in Australia, as you can imagine. But over here it's freezing cold. And the other day I was at Chester with Becky, and it was so cold. It was blowing a gale, and it was like 10 degrees or 9 degrees or something like that. It had been raining a little bit as well, so everything was like damp and cold, and it was just horrible. It was no wonder people didn't flock there that day. But I was freezing as well. I'm like, I've got to do something about this because the conditions are only going to get worse, not better. So I've took it upon myself to do some investigation and find out a few things. I've got some friends who are helping me. And so the first thing I want to touch on is your base layer, okay? So we all know that we need layers, okay? Your base layer needs to be wool. It needs to be a merino, lamb's wool thing. This doesn't have to spend much money either. This cost me £2.50 at the local charity shop. I bought a whole stack of other jumpers. This one, £2.50, £2.50. They're all lamb's wool or new wool. I think this one is actually new wool. But it helps your skin breathe and helps expel any perspiration that you might have while you're working on the towpath. Do not wear cotton, because cotton will just absorb all the perspiration and then just sit there. And then with the wind blowing on you, you'll just get cold, and you could, potentially get pneumonia or something like that. We don't want that to happen, okay? It's okay to wear cotton, like this is a cotton t-shirt, the polo. Okay, it's okay to wear it over all those layers, but don't wear them as a base layer. Another thing to avoid as a base layer is anything synthetic. In fact, I'm trying to reduce the amount of synthetic clothes that I wear. They keep you warm, but unfortunately, they also make you perspire. They don't get rid of the perspiration, and ends up just sitting there and just getting all mucky, and then you get cold because it's not getting rid of the perspiration. So where possible, try and wear as much wool fibers as possible. Merino's good, lamb's wool, new wool like this one. Again, I've bought 4 jumpers and it's cost me 10 quid. And then just wear this on top, and of course, the trusty raincoat, which I love because it's a really good brand for a start. It's got a new logo on it, which I love. Always invokes conversation, with boaters especially. But it's a fantastic raincoat, so you can wear that over top as well. Now, hands. Can't forget hands, because my hands are freaking freezing as well. So I'm wearing 2 pairs of gloves this winter. I bought these at charity shop as well. They're £1 for the pair. What I've done, as you can see, I've cut the tips off, okay, because we still need to operate the iPad. So when I'm not using my hands, I've also bought these as well. Mitts, wool mitts. They're £1 for the pair as well at the charity shop. And, so if there's no one around, if it's really freezing and it's windy and it's rainy and there's nobody else around and you need to keep yourself warm, that's what I'll be doing. Can't really do too much with that, I guess, but at least I know I'll be able to keep my hands warm. So that's the clothing bit. As well as all that, I take a backpack with me, like probably most of you do. Okay, this is just a computer bag, but it's got really awesome, cool little pockets and stuff like that. Couple of things I will mention that are really good to take. I've got an umbrella in there, although I don't think they really do much in this country. A flask of tea or coffee, whatever your flavour is, and water. Even when we're cold and we're moving about and whatever we're doing, we still perspire. We still lose a lot of water. So constantly sipping on water throughout the day is a good thing, provided of course you've got somewhere to go to the toilet. But that you need to keep hydrated. The one thing I've found over the past week fundraising is I wasn't consuming enough water. Towards the end of my shift, I was getting tired, and that's because I wasn't staying hydrated. It also helps when you've been talking a lot, like I have now, to take a sip of it. And in this particular bottle, it's got a little cute little sort of spout on it, and you can just suck on that, easy. Okay, so make sure you stay hydrated as well. Another thing that I take with me in my bag, now it's not required, this is completely optional, but I'm first aid trained back in Australia, so I take a little first aid kit with me in my bag as well. It's just got a few basic things like a really cool bandage, if you want to do a splint on someone's foot or hand or something like that, if it's sprained it or whatever. Antibacterial and sterilizing spray, I use that around the house a lot. It's not expensive, but great for, you know, cuts and things like that. And I've got some bandages as well and band-aids. Okay, you're not required to, but look, if I can help a little kid or something like that on the towpath that's, you know, fallen over and grazed their knee or something like that, you know, you don't need to call an ambulance for that kind of stuff. We can fix it on the spot. It just, you know, so that's my little, it's completely up to you, whatever you want to do, but that's what I keep in my kit. So that's about it, really. Looking forward to working with you guys on the towpath very soon. It's really exciting for me, and I'm so glad to be part of the team doing this fundraising gig for the Canal River Trust. So look forward to seeing you all soon, and thanks for watching. See you guys.